In a world that moves fast, where noise fills the air, where success is measured in clicks, likes, followers, and loud applause, there is a quiet place, a place that doesn't shout, a place that doesn't compete, a place that doesn't need permission to be sacred. This place is your soul. And there is a kind of work that happens there, a quiet work, unseen, uncelebrated, often even misunderstood. But it is the most important work of all. The quiet work of the soul is not dramatic. It doesn't always feel heroic. It's not about the external journey, but the internal becoming. It's in the way you choose peace when you could choose anger. It's in the way you forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free. It's the decision to get up again and again. When life knocks you down and no one is watching, it's the moment you say no to what is easy and yes to what is right. Even if it costs you everything, this is the work of the soul. It's not loud, but it's powerful. Sometimes the soul does its deepest work in the waiting, when you are in the hallway between chapters, when things don't make sense, when prayers seem unanswered, when the next step is unclear. It is in the sacred paths that the soul grows strong. Because growth is always about doing more. Sometimes it's about becoming more patient, more kind, more faithful, more grounded in who you are. You can't measure that in titles, trophies, or timelines, but it matters more than all of them. There are battles no one sees, fear no one knows about, fears no one knows you have faced, tears cried in silence, addictions fought in the dark, voices you have silenced with courage, not applause. But every single time you choose the light, every time you choose to keep going, to stay, to honest, to speak gently, to stay faithful to your own path of the soul. You are doing the quiet work of the soul, and that matters more than you know. We live in a world obsessed with outcomes, with recognitions, but the soul doesn't care about that. The soul asks a different question. Are you becoming who you were created to be? Are you growing in love? Are you aligned with truth? Are you at peace when you lay your head down at night? Success is not a moment, it's a direction. It's not about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. And often, that transformation happens in silence, in stillness, in surrender. The soul does not grow in leaps, it grows in layers, in small steps taken daily, in the discipline of showing up to your values, your truth, your integrity, even when no one else knows. The world might not see the quiet wins, but you do. And more importantly, your soul does. It's in the journaling, the praying, mediating, the honest conversation with yourself. It's in choosing to heal. When it would be easier to blame, to reflect, when it would be easier to react, to love, when it would be easier to guard your heart. Every small choice, every act of courage is building you from the inside out. There is nothing wrong with silence. Sometimes it is the most profound teacher. In the quiet, you can hear yourself, you can hear your soul again. In the stillness, you remember what matters. The world will try to pull you in 1,000 directions, telling you to do more, prove more, be more. But the soul whispers, come home to yourself. Death, trust, rest. The deepest truths are often felt, not shouted. The deepest strength is often still, not loud. And the deepest wisdom is often born in moments when you are completely alone. The quiet work of the soul is never finished. It is not a box you check. It's a life you live. You will stumble, you will fall, you will get it wrong. But that's part of the process. The point is not perfection. The point is authenticity. To be real, to keep growing, to stay true to the journey, no matter how winding it becomes. So if you are in a quiet season, a season of hiddenness, of slow progress, of invisible victories, take heart. You are not behind. You are not lost. You are not falling. You are not failing. You are doing the quiet work, and that is enough. So when the word gets loud, when you feel like you are not doing enough, when you are tempted to measure your worth in numbers, noise, or notes of approval, pause, breathe, listen. There is a quiet strength in you. There is wisdom rising within you. There is courage being formed in silence. You are being shaped by the invisible, refined by the internal, led by something deeper. Trust the process. Honor the stillness. The quiet work of soul is never wasted. Keep going. The world may not see it yet, but your soul does, and that is where real greatness begins. Life will present you with storms, things you cannot control, things that feel overwhelming, moments when you will wonder, how much more can I bear? But it's in the most of difficulty, that the soul's quiet work becomes most visible, because resilience is not about how fast you recover or how loud you rise. Realize resilience is about quietly continuing to show up. It's about standing tall even when your knees feel weak. It's about choosing hope even when the path seems unclear. It's about leaning into that you know is true, even when everything else feel like chaos. And so in those moments of adversity, trust that your soul is quietly, steadily becoming stronger every time you choose not to give up. Every time you keep moving forward, you are becoming the person you need to be for the next chapter. The soul works. The soul's work is done not in the easy time, but in the hard times. It's in the tears that no one sees, the quiet determination that nobody hears, and the quiet faith that keeps you moving. Even when you are uncertain, the quiet work of the soul also has a lot to do with acceptance. You see, it's one thing to fight for your dreams, to push against the current, to climb mountains and reach for stars. But it's another thing entirely to learn how to be at peace with where you are right now. There is a difference between striving for growth and beating yourself up for no being there yet. The quiet work of the soul is about learning to love yourself in every season. It's about accepting that some days will be messy, and that's okay. It's about showing yourself grace when you fail, when you fall short, when you stumble in the dark. It's in the quiet moment when you sit with yourself just as you are and acknowledge that you are enough. Not because you re-perfect, but because you re-human. And it's in the acceptance that true peace arises. It's in accepting yourself with all your flaws, all your strengths, all your contradictions that you create space for true transformations to happen. You are not defined by yourself. You are not defined by your mistakes, but by your willingness to learn and grow from them. In the world that thrives on busyness, we often forget the power of simply being still. The quiet work of the soul often asks for the stillness, to pause, to breathe, to listen, to be. This is not about doing nothing. It's about connecting with your deeper self, the part of you that is always whole, always calm, always wise. In stillness, we are reminded that the word does not define our worth. In stillness, we hear the soft whisper of our soul, guiding us in the right direction, offering us clarity in the noise. And sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is to stop, to rest, to let go of the pressure, to always perform, to always be doing. There is a power in rest, in finding a moment to simply be. The quiet work of the soul does not always yield immediately result. In fact, much of they take years, sometimes decades, before you begin to see the fruit of your labor. But doesn't be fooled by the slow pace. This work is leading you somewhere beautiful. Every choice you make today, even the small ones, are always the foundation for who you will become tomorrow. Trust in the process. Even when you can't see the end of the road, know that each step, no matter how slow, is taking you closer to your true self. This is where the quiet strength lies, in the long-term vision, in knowing that growth does not happen overnight, but over a lifetime. You may not see the full picture yet, but your soul knows what it is doing. So let go of impatience, let go of comparison, and simply trust that you are on the right path. Finally, the quiet work of the soul teaches you something incredibly important. Your journey is your own. It's not meant to look like anyone else. It's not meant to be compared to what someone else is doing or how fast they are moving. What matters is you are moving at the pace that's right for you. Your growth might be slower than someone else, but that doesn't mean it's any less significant. You might take detour, have a pause for longer than expected, or need more time to heal. But that's okay. Your path is unique and every step is valuable. The quiet work of the soul is about trusting your journey with all its twists and turns, its quiet moment and its loud breakthroughs. So don't rush, don't force, just honor your own process and celebrate each milestone, no matter how small. The quiet work of the soul is not for the faint of heart. It requires courage, it requires patience, it requires belief in something greater than the present moment. But when you trust that work, when you honor the quiet, and when you commit to showing up each day, even when no one is watching, you will see transformation unfold in ways you never imagined. Remember, the soul does not need to shout to be heard. It speaks, it whispers in stillness, in subtle strength. So keep doing quiet work. Let it shape you, let it mold you, and let it guide you to the person you were always meant to be. The world might not always notice, but your soul does, and that's where the real magic begins. As you go through your day, remember, the quiet work is always working, and so are you. Thank you for trusting the process. Thank you for trusting your soul. Keep going. You are enough.